All right, as always, we're going to start off with our new equations for today's lesson. Today we will be covering lesson 5.5, compound interest. The two new equations that we will be using today are amount equals principal plus interest. Or you might see me write this down as A equals P plus I. The next equation is compound interest equals amount minus original principal. Couple of pieces of information that we need to note. Annual is one time a year. Semi-annually is two times a year. Quarterly is four times a year. And lastly, we might refer to monthly, which is 12 times a year. All right. Let's take a look at our example for 5.5. It says, Jamal Washington deposited $1,000 in a savings account that earns 6% interest compounded quarterly. He made no other deposits or withdrawals. What is the amount in the account at the end of 1 year? And how much is the compound interest? Now, we did have a vocab word for today, and that was compound interest. Compound interest is interest earned not only on the original principal, but also on the interest earned during previous interest periods, which is the same thing as saying earning interest on interest. All right. Well, if he's compounding quarterly, that means he's doing it four times a year. So what's happening is we need to find our interest. So we're going to do the first time is going to be interest equals principal times rate times time. My original principal is $1,000 times 6% times 1/4, because we're doing this every quarter, so we're doing it four times in the year. Gonna get my calculator out. Oops. I'm gonna do 1,000 times 6/100 times 1/4. So we earn $15 in interest. Now, to find the amount in my account, we're going to do principal plus interest, which is 1,000 plus 15. So we now have $1,015 in my account. Well, I got to do this another time. So we're going to do interest equals principal times rate times time. Here, my principal is now $1,015. My rate is still the 6%, and my time is still 1/4 of the year. So we're going to do 1015 times 6/100 times 1/4. Here we're earning $15.23. So we're going to do 15.23. The amount in my account is principal plus interest. Well, my previous principal was 1015. And we are going to add 1523 to that. This is going to give me $1,030.23. We got to do this a third time. Interest equals principal times rate times time. Where my principal is this 1030.23 times 6% times 1/4 of a year. So we got 1030.23 times 6/100 times 1/4. This time we're earning $15.45. $15.45. Now we're going to do amount equals principal plus interest. Well, my previous principal was 1030.23 plus the 15.45 we just earned. That's going to equal 1030.23 plus 15.45. That equals 1045 point, looks like 68. Well, that's just the third time we've done this. We need to repeat this process one more time. So, make a little note that I'm going to kind of move up here. The fourth time we do this, we're going to take 1045.68 times 6% times 1/4. This equals, so I take this number times 6/100 times 1/4. That gives me 1569. So the amount in my account is going to be 1045.68 plus 1569. Okay, so 1569 plus 1045.68 gives me 1061.37. So, what was the amount in the account at the end of 1 year? This answer is 1061.37. Then it says, how much is the compound interest? Now, to find that, you're going to take your amount minus the original principal. So we would take this, subtract the 1,000, we would get $61.37. So this was a two-part answer. The first answer was 1061.37. The second answer was 61.37. All right. You have a try on your own. It says, complete the problems. Liz Reynolds deposited $2,000 into a savings account that pays 8% compounded quarterly. Complete the table to compute the amount in the account after 1 year. They gave me the original principal. We found the interest for the first quarter. We then add it, and it kind of walks us through the steps here. And then question 2 says, find the amount, calculate the compound interest. So I want you to take a moment to answer question 1 and 2 in the try on your own. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to walk through this table. Go ahead and pause your videos now. As you can tell, the answers to questions 1 and 2 on the try on your own have been worked out for you. For the most part, question number 1 has been walked through for you. The only thing I didn't show was how I got answer number 2, but that's a matter of subtraction. On the next slide, you're going to see a fill in the blank with your 1 vocab word from today, which was the compound interest. Go ahead and take a moment to fill in, try on your own 1 and 2. Answer your fill in the blank by filling in your vocab check. And then make sure you turn in this presentation before you move on to 5.6. Good luck.